Hey guys, Cam from 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another um Go Lose a Ranger. Jeez Louise, I don't know why I was about to say My Hero Academia. Whatever. Go Lose a Ranger. We got left off the cliffhanger last week where we saw Fighter D's group end up taking the key and everything. Or no, my bad. The opposing team ended up taking the key away only to, well, guess what? We start this episode off and we get the key back. And mind you, it was so funny how they ended up doing this because they actually got them and tricked them by surprise. So obviously the episode ended. We're thinking, oh, I'm like, okay, we're screwed. That's it. We're done. There's no way we're gonna find a way to get the key back and everything. After all that hard work we did, now the keys got taken away. But it's funny how you have it to where Fighter D kind of plays it off a little bit and everything, and then he ends up taking the key, and then they start running away. Now the other group, they're up the competition. The guy that Fighter D he ends up fighting off with at the end of the episode. What is it? They basically tell them like the bell did not ring, like, why I don't know why you guys are like stopping. And we basically get some backstory information and the fact that they basically Fighter D's team basically messed with the bell to make it ring a little ahead of time, and we kind of find out the afro looking dude on their team, he's actually kind of like a tech whiz, kind of a tech genius in a weird way, because we see at the end of the episode he ends up finding out how to make their blaster slash lightsaber weapons be able to go to this burst form essentially. So you basically have it to where Shion's group is going after Fighter D's group, and because of it, that whole thing that they messed with the bell, they got the key back. So they're basically running with the key, running away from them, and they're throwing it to keep it ahead of everybody while you have the other members like fight and get interactive with each other, which is pretty cool. And then next thing you know, the real bell rings and it makes it look like, okay, who got the key? Our team ended up getting the key. Fighter D's team ended up getting the key, and basically they're like, all right, that's one down, three more to freaking go. Which we kind of get some intermissions. Now, we actually kind of cut back to the Peltralta stuff. And what happens is with the Peltralta stuff, we see it to where he's still going around killing people, killing these Ranger cadets and everything. And next thing you know, we have it to where like the vice captain of the blue Power Ranger gets involved, the little like lolly chick. And she gets involved. It's funny because she tries to get her away, but the one girl that she was trying to protect, she ends up dying regardless. Like, she gets her head completely blown off. I'm just like, oh god. Like, I'm thinking like, okay, she's gonna get out of there. I'm like, nope, head completely blown off. So then you have it to where Peltralta kind of starts talking some shit to the lolly girl, to the little blue vice captain blue keeper girl, and like kind of implies like, okay, like, you try to play it off like you're some young girl or something like that, but in reality your age is a lot, I guess older. You're basically implying like she's a lot older than how she plays, and then she kind of has her own insecurities and her own fears and everything, and it sounds like it gets to her a bit, but then she really doesn't back down, and she fires off this attack, this super big powerful attack that we later see later in the scene. Like, okay, she was able to pretty much kind of wound Peltralta to the point he had to actually retreat for a bit. Now what happens is eventually after Fighter D's group starts talk to each other, talking about like, okay, what are next plans, we have it to where the Afro guy, he ends up seeing and running into this. I'm like, oh shit, so then what happens is he ends up getting involved in this mess because, okay, he ends up running away. It looks like girl is on her last limb. She's gonna probably die, right? But then man comes in, be's the hero that, well, he probably aspired to be. He basically protects her. And the thing is, what is it now? She ended up hitting the button to get the elevator. And I think her original plan was she was gonna probably find, maybe dodge one of the attacks probably, and escape through the elevator probably. But what happens is our Afro friend here creates enough of a distraction, and he pushes her inside the elevator. She's pretty upset because like, oh wait, like no, you're gonna die. And basically Peltralta's like, well, you just effed up, but I respect what you did. So, but whatever, you're still gonna die. And he basically takes a hit, and he's just laid on the ground bleeding out. Now, Peltralta ends up saying to Fighter XX, like, listen, I'm gonna go. I need to go reheal myself. You take care of this guy. And then she's like, okay, yeah. And then she looks at him. And that's where we're kind of left off. And then, you know, the other vice captains, they end up showing up and they just see like, okay, his blood's right then and there. All right, we need to freaking find this boss monster. And basically, they're basically going to keep it in-house. They're not going to tell anybody else because like Suzukiri makes the point like, well, this is troubling because there's like a freaking exam going on. But they're like, nah, we can keep this hidden, you know. So it seems like they're gonna try to take care of Peltralta if he shows up again. So we'll see. Now we don't know what happened with Fighter XX. We don't know if Afro guy is like dead because we see in the last day of the testing, he's there. Now he is acting a little bit different. So my best guess is, I feel like that's probably Fighter XX. The chick we've been seeing in Fighter D's closet. I feel like that's her, more than likely. Unless maybe deep down, she basically betrayed Peltralta's orders and she took the dude away and maybe healed him and said like, hey, I'm not trying to do anything. You know, I'm just trying to get out of here. So it's either one of those scenarios, but like one of his best friends is like, who's also in the Ranger thing, who's his opponent in their one-on-one match. He's kind of like, hey, you're acting quite strange and everything. So I'm wondering if that's her that's pretending to be her, because we know like obviously the fighters, you know, the monster fighters can be able to transform or change their appearance. We already know Fighter D is doing that. So this could be another case in point. Again, we don't know if dude is dead. We got to see a legit body. So that's all the thing. But anyways, before all that stuff even happened, you kind of have a little bit of a team meeting to where they're all happy that they're able to overcome this situation and everything. And basically, you know, they kind of go their own separate ways because they're like, okay, we got some things we need to take care of now. Their plan is like, listen, we got to go get the other guy to come join us. And this other guy, he's got the pink hair and everything. At first, the man they come across this guy in the weight room. The man looks like he's freaking Gotenks or Gogeta if they mess up the freaking fusion, where he's all just skin and bones type of look if you watch Dragon Ball, right? And then basically they're trying to encourage him like, hey, we need you on the team. But the man's so like entrenched, he's like, I can't beat the Pink Ranger's vice captain. I look up to him so much. But then they're like, dude, we're just going up against the other people, the other cadets. And he's like, wait, that's it? And they're like, yeah, we just got to get their keys. And the man just buffs up instantly. And he's like, he can do weightlifting and he can do bench presses and everything. He's like, ah, basically, man turned into All Might, essentially. And he like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this thing. I'm strong now. So that's kind of the thing. Now, you had it where Fighter D was kind of sneaking in a bit. You gotta have it to where one of the two, he sees the other two teammates. It's the one light-haired, pink-haired chick. She's kind of disappointed that she let the key go away, but the other guy's like, listen, it's okay. I have no problem. You know, it's all right. You know, no hair on my back. We'll get it tomorrow. And like, you know, he hugs her and everything. You know, I'm just like, I'm watching the scene. I'm like, does this dude have like a crush on her or something? Or does like she have a crush on him? Or is this guy just like some sort of weird womanizer or something like that? I don't know. Why, whatever. Man's like, what the hell's going on? But then you have it to where the one guy looks like he's handing the key over to him and he's like, listen, give me the key I'll give you the key if you give me I believe that was the chick he was talking about, because that they were both fighting over the key and everything, and basically the chick kind of, and we know from the last few episodes the chick has kind of been putting him down, and it seems like this dude might have a thing for her. Like he actually like maybe genuinely likes her. I'm sorry I'm not getting the names down, but you get my point. Um but he's like, actually no. And then obviously at Fighter D show, he's like, yeah, nice play there and everything. At first I'm like, see, now when I was first watching this, I'm like, this dude's really gonna hand this key over just to try to impress some girl, just to get some puh. Like, come on, man. I'm like, listen, I know these chicks are cute and everything, but you gotta, actually, no, I can't really say that, because the one chick in their group turned him down instantly. And he's like, because I remember after they were leaving to go do their own thing, he's like, listen, look, I'm just going, look, it's not like I have my own other girlfriend or anything. And the girl's like, dude, I don't give a shit if you have a girlfriend. Go do what you need to go do. Which basically, she turned him down instantly, which is absolutely hilarious. I'm just like, damn, you got turned down. I'm so sorry for you. Maybe this guy is a womanizer and he likes women. Maybe he just wants a girlfriend. I don't know. But I found that funny. But I don't know. Maybe he has a thing for the pink-haired chick he was in a party with, in the first episode of this terms of this exam arc and everything, and maybe he wants her to be impressed with him, so then maybe she'll be fawning all over him. Sounds like a guy that probably wants to do this ranger stuff so he can get girls and attention and things like that, which actually pink hair girl does mention, like, you just doing this to get ladies to fall for you and things like that. Maybe he does something heroic in their matchup and maybe she does fall for him. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. And basically that kind of happens. Then we get the final day of exams. So they all end up making an agreement, like, all right, here's how we'll finish the whole day off in terms of fighting for the keys. We'll have one-on-one fights separately. No other people can get involved, and whoever the winner has to hand over their key, basically. Obviously we have one. They have the remaining keys. So you have it to where Fighter D's matched up against Shion. Our girl in our group is matched up against the guy that was hugging up on the pink-haired girl, and he's like, listen, I don't want to hurt such a beautiful, precious face like you. But obviously the girl's like, you must not clearly know me really well. I do like the fact that this group now, thanks to Fighter D's confidence, he actually has instilled them to be more confident in themselves and in their abilities, just getting that one key alone. Like, and they're really kind of understanding, like, okay, we have the talent, it's just we were, I guess, stunned or afraid to be able to live up to that said talent. So there you go. It's actually pretty cool to see. You have it to where Afro Guy's fighting up against his friend again. There's question marks on who Afro Guy might be. And then you have it, I forgot what the other two, but I won't be shocked if, like, one dude who was vouching for the chick that was in the same party in the first exam episode, they're fighting each other, and the pink haired guy is fighting the other dude. Or they're fighting the other girl, because they have two girls on the team. So that's the thing. Now we get some stuff. We get some fights of. Now they really focus on Shion and Fighter D, and basically what happens is Fighter D and the other people in his group basically unleash the true capabilities of their swords. And that's basically like, and basically we find out Afro Guy found out a whole thing with their weapon, and basically they can bring out more energy of their blade and go to, like, and make the blade go into their burst form or whatever, and it just makes the blade just a lot more stronger, a lot more destructive, and it's throwing Shion's group all like, wait, what the hell? What is that? And basically you have to where Fighter D is actually getting the upper hand on Shion. He's absolutely kicking his ass, to really be honest, and everything. Like, Shion tries to get the upper hand by firing smoke at him and shooting him, but again, regardless, like, this burst weapon has big range and everything, and basically you kind of have it to where Fighter D's like, listen, dude, just give me the damn key and give it up. Listen, there is no damn boss monsters, because he's still in denial about any boss monsters, because he's like, well, if there was a boss monster, well then what the hell are we doing? What the hell am I doing? Why did this boss monster not save any of the other monsters that are being held captive basically by the Power Rangers, essentially, right? And he's like, listen, give up on this. There is no boss monster. Hand your keys over. It's over. I'm here to do this because of my determination and my will to win and everything. And this kind of makes Shion flash back to his past, where after his brother had died, the Power Rangers are there and they're like, listen, dude, we're sorry about your brother, but the Red Ranger basically is like walking away, but basically Shion and his kid self is like, listen, there was a boss monster. I know, I saw it for a fact. And the Red Ranger is like, listen, dude, there is no goddamn boss monster. Stop being stupid for your brother's weak incompetency. Basically shit talks his brother. And because of that, in a weird way, Shion not only wants to get back at monsters, especially a boss monster, he wants to get back at the Power Rangers, especially probably the red one, for what he told him that day, which it just goes to show you that these Power Rangers are effed up. Like, they don't give a crap about even the regular common day people. Like, they treat everybody like dicks because they up the top of the top, right? And basically Fighter D can kind of relate to what Shion's going through because of after hearing this revelation. But sadly, you get the moment, I'm just like, you probably should finish him off. But Anime Trope 101, even if it is Super Sentai Power Rangers stuff, it's still anime at the end of the day. You know, when somebody gets backed into a corner, well, guess what? Man was slamming his weapon, and next thing you know, he breaks the hilt, and he unleashes the burst form of the weapon. He's like, well. It seems like I had the determination to win too. And that's basically where the episode ends off. And we're gonna be getting Shion versus Fighter D. And yeah, we'll see. We will see where the story's gonna go. But things have been heating up, and I've been very much enjoying it. And I definitely can't wait to see more Go Lose Ranger content. So yeah, anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Go Lose Ranger. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Go Lose Ranger content or any other anime content I upload to the channel, and things like that. But till then, guys, catch you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.